Alright, here we go. Lesson 2. Okay? If you watched Lesson 1, you have already started playing in an open tuning. You're probably already having a lot of fun. Maybe even wrote some songs, something like that, but still kind of don't know what you're doing. Alright? So now we are in standard tuning, which is E as a first string, A as a second string, D as your third string, G as your fourth string, B as your fifth string, and E once again at your sixth string. Alright? Most of the time if you get a guitar from somebody and it's in tune, it will be in this tuning. Most of your popular music is going to be played in this tuning. It is called standard tuning because of that reason. I think it's even C standard, but I don't know, really. A lot of people, when they start you out, a lot of tutorials, a lot of different things will start you out in first position. And I personally don't like this because your left hand is slower and not as smart, really, as your right hand. Your right hand is just quicker to it and understands things if you're right-handed. You know, obviously it can be the reverse. So really what you should be doing still in this is learning your rhythm, you know, and not having to think so much with your left hand and trying to produce all these intricacies and articulations of it, and instead allowing it to build strength and allowing it to understand the rhythm of what's going on first. Okay? So hopefully you did watch the first video and practice with that, because that will give you a lot of the finger strength that will be needed for this part. And so what we will start out in is your E major position and your E minor position. Now I do them with my back three fingers. A lot of other ways we'll show you like this, like that, like this, to get you to learn other positions in first position. I only want you to learn E major like this and E minor like that. Okay? And then the only thing that you're going to add into that is anywhere past what would be considered the open position, because this is an E chord because of the open note here. Okay? So anywhere past that is going to be like this is an F. You will need a bar for that, which is once again why you learned the bars in lesson 1. You know, because you will need that finger strength to do this, as well as these guys will tire easily. It goes without saying. But the more that you practice this type position, the stronger your fingers will get for sure. All right, so we'll start out with E as an open position, and then when you go, because the only thing you really need to know here is numbers and letters. That's it. Very simple. But you will go from 0, which is your E chord, to 1, which is your F chord, F major. You will go to 3, which is your G chord. You will go to 5, which is your A chord. You will go then to 7, which is B, to 8, which is C, to 10, which is D, and then once again back at E. Alright, at the 12th fret. So everything kind of starts over at the 12th fret. That's why you'll see a lot of guys doing their scales down here, because it's easier to do. You also get your higher notes. You have your whole higher octave basically down here. And so there's just a lot you can do down here once you get the idea of it. So, but all you will need to know is 0 through 12 for this. Okay? From E to E. Okay? So the only difference in that is once again the E minor chord. E minor chord. Alright? So you have E minor, because it's open here, to F minor at the 1, to G minor at the 3, to A minor at the 5, to B minor at the 7, to C minor at the 8, to D minor at the 10, and then E minor, once again, at your 12th fret, your double dot. So, with that, realistically, one hand position, you have all your major and minor chords. Okay? You have everything you need to play 90% of popular music. You know, a good chunk of it. All you have to do is go to Ultimate Guitar Tabs or all those other websites, look up a tab, get it in chord form, and you can play that song now. Okay? Super easy. Super simple. Starting out, if you're not even good at your bar, you can play all the majors and make a song. Super easy. And I'll even show you real quick. Just a simple way to do it. Slide it on down to the E, to the D, to the C. So, some mess ups, but you'll have them too, you know. You're not here to be perfect, you're here just to do something and try it and see how good you can be doing it, you know. But basically off of that, you can take any song or you can just kind of write one. And the other nice thing with this is you can slide up and down, which makes it look so much cooler than doing everything in that front position. Because otherwise, until you really catch the hang of it, you're just stuck up there in that position, switching for each and every chord. So even if it's a 4-chord song, just a simple 4-chord song, C, D, G. If it's just a simple song, you have to change for each chord. Alright? Given the same chords, you have G, C, and D. So you can and that's why you get to learn your rhythm then. Both hands, really, because you learn when to take this hand off to make it sound different and when to let it hold, to let the note ring out. People always told me I'm a long, long way from home. But when you play a song with C, D, and G, you're never far away from home. Shoot, you learn these 3 chords, and you can play a whole chunk of popular music. Alright? So we got another minute or 2 here left. And so what I'm going to show you is something else real quick. Alright? So you can take that chord that you learned how to play now. Alright, so after a while you get so chordy, you want to kind of sound cool again, right? You want to go back to those open tuning days. So what you will learn here is kind of like how you did the back and forth, you know, the ring finger, first finger, back and forth a lot in the positions on the open tuning. It's the same thing here, where basically, you know, you'll play a chord and then you can do a walk down or a walk up, you know. And all you're doing is walking up and down the strings in those two spots, and you can do it in almost any other chord. You know, there will be some spots, and you can play with it all the different ways. And so basically, you take it from just doing this, you know, and now you can and it's just figuring out spots where you can do that in. And so you will have to learn other spots and other intricacies, but it's a super easy way to at least add a little extra to it, kind of get used to shifting in and out of a chord. This part will definitely be a lot easier with a pick once you get used to it, and you really should anyways, because if you ever write and want to play out eventually, you'll have to play with a pick. Everyone will tell you you have to, and you really do in a lot of ways. So this is an excellent opportunity to start working with the pick and making sure you hit each note correctly, all those type ideas, you know. Basically, you kind of get boxed in this tuning, and that's why I go with the open tuning first, so that you can just play and have fun. And this one starts to bring you into where you're actually wanting now at this point to play songs you've heard before, you know. So it's easy. Now go do it.